YouTube. Y'all know Big Lou tapping back in one more again. But what it do with Big Lou and MZR2, baby. Oh yeah. So check it out. Like I said yesterday in the video I dropped, I'm gonna try to get back on, on this avenue of dropping content. You know what I'm saying? And as you guys can tell from that thumbnail, that's none other than Stephen Curry, right? Me being a Golden State Warrior, as you can tell from the hat, right? Um, this kid fucking changed the name of the game, right? I mean, he changed how the game has been played these past 15 years plus, right? He came into the league in '09, I believe it was. Yeah, '09. Almost said '07, but that was Kevin Durant. '09, drafted out of Davidson University. Um, I believe he was picked up. I can't. What was he picked up? I think he was picked up 15th, 15th, I believe. I'll tell you right now for sure. I think he was 15th though. Drafted. No, I think he might have been ninth. Drafted ninth. I'll tell you right now. Let's see. Seventh overall pick. My bad. Well, I was way off on that one. And like I said, 2009, seventh pick. Um, Only been with the Golden State Warriors, right? He's a four-time NBA champion. 2015, 2017, 2018, 2022. On top of that, he's been to three other finals. So he's been to the finals 7 times, won 4. NBA Finals MVP 2022, two-time NBA Most Valuable Player 2015, 2016. He is the only NBA player to win the MVP unanimously, meaning every sports writer, every person that was eligible to vote, voted for him to win that year. He's 11-time NBA All-Star 2014 through 2019, 2021 through 2025. Two-time NBA All-Star MVP 2022, 2025. Four-time All-NBA First Team 2015, 2016, 2019, 2021. He's a four-time All-NBA Second Team 2014, 2017, 2022, 2023. He's a two-time All-NBA Third Team 2018 and 2024. NBA All-Rookie First Team 2010. He's a two-time NBA three-point contest champion 2015, 2021. He's a two-time NBA scoring champion 2016, 2021. He's an NBA steals leader in 2016. He also was part of the 50, 40, 90 club in 2016. I believe the only ones that ever done that was him, Kevin Durant, and Larry Bird, I believe. NBA Sportsmanship Award 2011. He's a member of the NBA 75th anniversary team. He's the AP Athlete of the Year 2015. Two-time Sports Illustrated Sports Person of the Year 2018, 2022. USA Basketball Male Athlete of the Year 2024. Consensus First Team All-American 2009. Consensus Second Team All-American 2008. NCAA Scoring Champion 2009. Two-time SoCon Player of the Year 08 and 09. Three-time First Team All-SoCon 07, 08, 09. And his number is retired number 30 by the Davidson Wildcats. He won a gold at the Paris Olympics. He won 2 golds at the FIBA World Cup in 2010 in Turkey and 2014 in Spain. And in 07, he won a silver in Serbia FIBA U19 World Cup. So, there's a little bit of his accolades, right? I want to let you guys know. So, Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors was the first and only NBA player to be named unanimously for the MVP in 2015-2016. He received 131 first place votes from media and fans. Excuse me. He won the award for the second consecutive season, leading the Warriors to a record-setting season. He averaged 30 points a game that year, 30.1, which was a career high and a league high. He also made 402 three-pointers, breaking his own record for the most three-pointers made in a season, right? He also has the most three-pointers made in a regular season game, in the regular in his career, all-time career, with 3,974. He's about 100,000, ahead of second place Ray Allen. Um, he also all-time leader in three-pointers made in the playoffs with 618. He played in 147 playoff games, and he's played in 1,007 NBA regular season games. His total is 4,575 total three-pointers made in his career, combining regular season and playoffs. He's he's hit 13 threes in a regular season game, and he's hit 9 threes in a playoff game multiple times. He's done it multiple times. I mean, many times over, right? Um, he has 2 games where he scored 60 or more. He's got 14 games where he scored 50 or more, and he's got 69 games where he scored 40 or more points in a game. Okay, the other night against Orlando Magic, he had 43 points in I think he only had like in 40 he had 43 points in about 16 minutes of play, I think it was, and he finished the game with 56. um I was meaning to do the video a couple days ago, but then it was boxing. I caught the boxing. Okay, so this guy Revolution, he changed the game of basketball, right? This guy can shoot off the dribble, he can shoot off the catch, and he can shoot on the run, right? Like I mentioned before, he broke the old record of 2,973. So he's actually over 1,001 ahead of second place. There's a question if he'll be able to get 5,000. He's 5,000 threes made. I mean, he's got a shot, but he's already 36. You know what I'm saying? He's still playing at a pretty high level for 36 years old. That's the thing about these guys now in the NBA. You got Durant, you got LeBron, you got Steph. These guys are still playing at a high level. So I mean, is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. Is it likely? Probably not to hit 5,000. And they're saying too that because the way the game changed, that record will probably be broke. And the thing I had read was dating back to 1980-81 season in the NBA. It was only an average of 3.73 shot a game, and then from 2001, it went up to like 13 a game, and now in this day in basketball, it's like 40 3-pointers attempted. You know what I mean? Um, let's see, I already said that about his single season record of 402. Curry is considered by many to be the best shooter in NBA history. I wouldn't say the best; I'd say the greatest. Um, Trey Young is pretty good. Is pretty good too, but we got to see. See, Steph's already put the work in. He's already got the numbers and accolades. You know what I'm saying? Some of these other guys, yeah, they've had a hell of a career thus far, but you know, the career is short compared to Steph. Steph came out in '09, so this is his 16th season. You know what I'm saying already? Time flies. But I did a video a couple years back about uh, who's more valuable, who's more valuable player to their team, Steph Curry or LeBron James. And yeah, we know that LeBron's got the accolades as far as the most points scored in a season, most points scored in not a season but a career, excuse me, and most points scored in the playoffs, a career playoffs. He's got a high amount of rebounds because he plays at a consistent level. He's got a high amount of assists. I think he's in the top 15 or 10 in assists. And rebounds, he's a good 8 a game, 8, 7.5 to 8.5 a game, which is darn good for a guy who handles the ball a lot and is a playmaker. But nonetheless, you had LeBron get drafted by Cleveland, then he moved on to Miami, then he came back to Cleveland, then he moved on to LA, where he's won championships with every team he's been with. But um, it takes away, some when you leave your team to go to a stacked team, or you go to a team to join one superstars there, and then they add the third superstar, and then now you go to 4 championships in a row, and you win 2 out of 4. Uh, but then you come back to Cleveland and you lose one, win one, and then lose 2 more. You know what I'm saying? Then you go on to the Lakers, and again that same mentality, stacking the team. And you know, I just think I don't think there's no comparison there as far as who is more valuable to their team. Uh, because Steph has been with one team. You know what I'm saying? His and that's the thing with Steph too. You know, he even though he was a SoCon All American at Davidson, you know, he had issues with his ankles and he had a lot of a lot of foot problems. And same thing started happening when he came into the NBA. He had to wear special braces with for his ankles. Uh, and they had Monte Ellis at the time. They felt that they needed to move away from Monte Ellis in order for Steph to shine, which they did, and he did shine. You know, next season they draft Klay Thompson, or it might have been 2 years later. You know, then they get Draymond, and they put that together. Um, so in my opinion, even though I'm a Warrior, and I don't really, I still give LeBron his, salutes and all that. I don't really dig him because he gets away with a lot. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. The simple fact that he moved away from the team that drafted him, went on to go to 4 championships, then came back, went to another 4 championships, winning 1 out of 4, and then went on to the Lakers. Um, I don't see how there could be even a comparison there. You know what I mean? There's really no comparison there. Excuse me. He's got 4 more seasons in than Steph. Of course, Steph's not going to finish with the amount of points he had, um, or the amount of rebounds, or even assists, since Steph is a ball handler. So the fact is that that's the type of player that LeBron came out. And when LeBron first came out, he was more of a point guard, a point forward, really like Scottie Pippen kind of. Where you're not a one or a two, but legit one or two, but you handle the ball so much, you're like a one. You know what I'm saying? And that's proof in the pudding with all his passing skills. But Steph Curry is just he's a phenomenon. The shots he takes, the distance he is, and he sinks these shots. I also read somewhere that they said he made at one time 105 threes in a row. I don't believe that those were. I think it was during warm-ups, or practice day. But they did film it. He didn't make 105 straight in the NBA, but you know, nonetheless, that's still, you know, some would say some luck. But when you're practicing on the level that he's practicing these shots, it's more skill than luck, way more. There's not even a comparison there. I wouldn't even say it's a 50-50 split. It's more like 3/4 skill and maybe a quarter luck, or even 80-20. You know what I'm saying? This is what he does, and obviously he does it at a high tech level. He's been to 7 NBA finals, winning 4 of them. You know, I'm not gonna really speak on this. I'm not gonna talk no more about that, about LeBron comparison with Steph, and then even I'm not gonna compare Steph to Magic either. And I'll do another separate video on that, because we got cheated from Magic with Magic because of what Magic was going through in his personal life at the time, and then we had other NBA guys that were putting up fusses about playing with him, and stuff like that. So uh, definitely two dominant forces in their own eras, respectable eras. But I will say that it's a 1-2. Magic, Magic and Steph and Magic, as far as the all-time greatest point guards. It's them two. There's no other comparison. I did a list of my all-time favorite, all-time greats. I did 1 through 15 uh, list, and I had at that time, and this is before the last title the Warriors won. Um, I had Kevin Durant ranked the 11th all-time greatest player, and I had Steph 12th. And I think Durant still, I want to, for sure, without me really looking at two things right now, I would for sure say that them two flopped on my list. Steph is now would be 11 for, when it just comes to those two numbers, 11 and 12, they flipped. And Steph might be even in the top 9, in my opinion. He might have bounced out. Uh, he might have bounced out Tim Duncan and Olajuwon. Maybe. I'm not saying that for sure, but if he definitely is able to win one more title, there'd be some different, some definite different changes there. And you can't say, well, they had a Jimmy Butler because Clay's gone. Clay's been gone. So Jimmy Butler is getting up there in age too. I think Jimmy Butler is about 38 or 39, I believe. So these guys are playing for their last few seasons now. I'd be highly surprised if Steph played more than 4 seasons. Because he's got a ton of money. He makes more money off of endorsements than he does off his NBA contract. So, he would just continue that, if not get more endorsements, after he retired from basketball. So I don't, I mean, at that point, what would he be playing for? Just to continue adding on his stats, you know? I don't know. We'll see. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this one down. Let me know what you guys think about Steph Curry. Uh, Anything, your comments, your opinions, your uh, I got it wrong, whatever, right? Uh, and I might be dropping a live today too. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm about to take these guys out to use the restroom right now, and then we'll go from there. So with that being said, Big Lou tapping out.